Hello, bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. Right there, I was actually doing something that I really like to do, and that is slap with delay on. I've done it at a couple sidewalk concerts that I've done. During the early days of COVID, before the summer got too hot, I would actually set up my amp on my driveway, and my wife would come out, my daughter would come out, and as I would just start playing with loops and stuff, neighbors would come out with lawn chairs and sit, pretty far apart from each other, which I thank them for. But at least we could share and talk, and it was really cool. But what I would do is I'd play with delay, and occasionally I videotaped them, put them up on my Facebook page, and people would say, "Oh, what you were doing with the delay there? That sounded cool." So I thought, you know what, I'm going to cover it in a video. This started years and years and years ago when I got my Line 6 delay modeler, the green Line 6 pedal, which I love. It's still on my board. And you can save up to 3 presets, and one of the things I came across was using a slapback, just single repeat, but it's got to be specific to there's got to be a couple parameters if you want to emulate the way I'm doing. Of course, there's lots of other ways, but what I found is if I set the delay for 1 repeat at the same volume, and every pedal, well, not every, but a lot of pedals have different names for this. On here they call it, I can't actually remember what repeats. All right, so repeats sets how many repeats you have, and some people call it feedback. So if you like play a note and it goes dot 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 dot, that's a lot of repeats. You can actually reduce it or shorten the time, so it's dot dot. You just want 1. Some pedals have a delay level where you can actually the first repeat is a certain volume and then they get quieter after that. In this case, since I'm having 1 repeat, I set the volume so it's the same volume as the original sound that I play. I want to sound like another bass player playing exactly at my volume right after me. And then of course you want to set the delay time. Now on the pedal I'm using, the Line 6 pedal, it doesn't have like a display where I can tell you how many milliseconds, but here's how I set it. So you hear that? 1 delay, same volume as the original, and however seconds that is. And I play with it every once in a while because that's going to set the tempo of what I'm playing. Now in the intro, this is the tempo I like. Now how I started getting this together is I would sit and just kind of get where I could play and keep some kind of simple time. Now I would try to play twice. Now I'm trying to make that delay, I'm playing exactly on the repeat, so it doesn't sound like the delay's on. And that's kind of that pulse that I'm going to have in my bass line. Then I just started playing simple thing. And listening to how the delay goes. Now, I will tell you, when you do this, I'm playing it so it's very straight time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But if you change your tempo but don't change the delay setting, you can actually get a shuffle going on. And a lot of different effects in between there. You can get a real deep shuffle, you can get a very subtle shuffle. But for this delay, I just kind of get my tempo. But if you're new to this, what you may want to do is just start with a simple either thumb only riff. Until you get comfortable, or a simple octave click. Oh, there, see, it's shuffling a little bit. So you can get it to kind of do kind of a cool little weird effect. And then build from there. Now, at one point, I started practicing just having all percussion. So I can really focus on the percussion aspect and how the delay is playing with it. You'll find some things don't work. Some of your licks you might be doing might not blend with that particular delay setting you have on. Now, a couple things that I like to do with this. One is I'll play with this kind of delay when I'm actually just playing fingerstyle. For a couple reasons. One is when you play along with a click track or drum machine, that's a static pulse, and you're learning how to play along with it, and that's a great skill to have, because pretty much every studio well, most studios I've been in has always got a click track, and it's real important that you can play very warm and human-like over a click and not sound like a machine. So it's a great skill to be able to play along with a click. However, that doesn't really guarantee that you have a good sense of time. And there's been a lot of players I played with who are great when there's a click track, and then we start jamming without a click track, and they start speeding up and slowing down, and not in a controlled way. Just they get excited and things get a little nutty. So this actually helps because you're setting the tempo, you're setting the metronome, and you have an immediate effect. You'll hear the result if you start to slow down or speed up. So I found as I did this exercise, it really helped me kind of hone in my internal clock in a fun way. And of course, there's colors I'm getting with this that I can't get in any other technique or way. So, yeah, I want you to try it out. Now, luckily enough, there's some very inexpensive delays. You don't need a digital delay. I've heard really good, and I've seen them on like Craigslist and eBay and stuff, very good analog delays, small even micro pedals that you can get under $100. And pretty much, I don't know of a delay pedal. I'm sure there's some out there, so don't get mad at me if yours doesn't do it. But most delay pedals allow you to set how many repeats, which means you can set it to 1, the volume of the first repeat, the repeat level, delay level, and then so yeah, how many repeats and the volume, and then the delay time, again, which people have different names for that. But just check your manual, check online. If you buy it used, almost all manuals can be found online now, and start playing with it. So you just get that. You get that single repeat, and then go nuts, and try playing it with fingerstyle. Try any technique, tapping, and see what you can do. Harmonics sound really great, but hopefully it'll open up not only new colors and sounds for you, but in a very cool way, you're gonna like hone that inner clock that we all need to have, where we're in control of the tempo, not it's not out of control, and we can't control when we speed up and slow down. So what do you think about this? It would be so cool, and I'm asking a lot, but if you try this, and with either slapping or traditional finger, whatever technique, but you try this single slapback delay process with your playing, just videotape it and then go to our Facebook page, Everything Bass with Dale Titus. Search that on Facebook and upload, share your video. I would love to see what you guys do with this, how you make it sound, and go nuts with the effects, as long as we can hear the delay, so we can hear how you're playing with the repeats. But it's very, very, very cool, and I'm kind of excited to see what you guys do with it. I've had private students come back and show me like things they've done, and it's just always been like, wow, why didn't I think about it? So please, I ask you to consider doing that. And we're a very positive community. I pretty much don't allow people to bash anyone. I'll block people that are negative, because we don't need that right now, or ever, really. Let's just support each other. Let's help teach each other. You guys can teach me as much as hopefully I'm teaching you. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by. Have fun with this. Let me hear your results, and I'll see you at the next video.